Well, we had some storms come through, but it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend. And today I've got some deals and finds. There's Mr. Peepers. And I hit two surplus stores yesterday and didn't find a lot of stuff that I wanted to buy, but I got a couple things. So I thought I'd show you. Now this actually I did not get from the surplus store. I got just from the thrift store earlier in the week, and it is a Gerber strap cutter, military issue. Although you can buy them civilian, just because the military buys them doesn't mean it was made just for the military. But it is geared toward the military with its own MOLLE attachments. And like I said, it's a Gerber, and it comes with one. Well, it looks like a Tactical Tailor malice clip, but it's got Gerber's name on it. I don't know if I would think Tactical Tailor. Yeah, it says malice clip and patent pending. So I guess Tactical Tailor licensed that. It's as I said, it's a strap cutter, and they were issuing this quite a bit to vehicle crews and stuff like that. People in Humvees and things like that. And it's a nice one. It's got the cutter on one end, and it's got a glass breaker on the other. It's got a tiny little holster here, a little sheath that it goes into, and then the sheath can either go on to, it can snap onto this tiny clip, which will fix onto a piece of Pal's webbing, or you can just put a piece of malice in there and attach it to the to your gear, or to something in the vehicle, whatever, as you choose. And I mean, it came totally with everything, and you don't really know how inexpensive this was. I bought several things. I think this ended up being about $3 for me. Just great deal, and I'm going to be putting this in my truck. Now this piece of gear is actually kind of controversial for me. I put it back twice. I almost didn't get it because it is far and away far more expensive than anything I normally buy. $20. I just normally don't do that, and it is used. It is not new. Now it's not very much used, and I mean, I really had to look at it and see that it was dirty to be sure that it was used. But it is a 3-mag holder and a 3-mag holder all put together. It'll hold 3 AR mags and 3 pistol mags of most types. I have not put my SIG mags in here yet, but this is an elastic part right here, and I have no doubt that it'll hold the SIG mags very tightly. Why did I pay so much and get this? Because I don't see these. I just don't see these much at all. And also, I don't lean toward these. I lean toward mag pouches that are enclosed, because I find them more utilitarian from a tactical standpoint, in my opinion. I want something that provides more security and more safety, if you will, to the magazine. These are really geared toward body armor wear, and not to LBE or load bearing equipment gear wear, and that's why I've just never gotten any of these. But I wanted to get one, and actually, I'm really not even getting it with the eye on carrying, AR mags. I have a plan for this, and don't worry, I'm not going to tear it all up. But if it comes to fruition, something else will be carried by this, and if not, then it'll make a great AR mag holder. But that's why I was willing to spend the money on it, way more than I knew or normally spend. So $20 for that. Next, I can not pass up a canteen cover or canteen pouch in woodland. I just cannot. This one was in very good shape, and I'm just seeing less and less of these, and therefore I stock up on them. And I think it was $4.99, which is okay. I mean, I've gotten them for $2.99 before, but as I said, they're getting rare, or at least where I am, they're getting rare, and especially in good shape. And so I couldn't resist it. And the other is a grenade pouch in the Old Desert camo, and because it was the Old Desert camo, it was only $1. not to worry, I will dye this. But the reason I like these grenade pouches that have no Velcro is they are really working well with carrying, well, I don't have any grenades on me, but carrying all kinds of gear when I'm hunting, whether it be GPS or it's really good for carrying your rangefinder. And if you can manage to get it dyed to some usable color, well worth having. It was in the $2.99 bin, but when I pointed out that it was a desert cami from long ago, the lady gave it to me for $1. So, and I like that it also, not only does it not have any Velcro, but it comes with its own snap, so I don't have to invest in malice clips for it. So, and I'm leaning more and more toward that. I mean, I love malice clips, don't get me wrong, but when you can buy a piece and it already has the snaps, then you're good to go. Now, the only caveat to that is if it's not true military surplus, very often these snaps will corrode and become unusable. But if that happens, you can always go to malice clips. These are all military standard. I mean, hell, look at the stitching on that thing. That's incredible stitching. I mean, just kind of overkill. But I've never had a problem with seeing the military surplus standard stuff rust up or corrode or rot. Speaking of malice clips, I got one, a small one for 50 cents. And what I have found is I have very few small ones, but plenty of long ones. And so whenever I can find a small one for 50 cents, I'm going to take it. Because to buy one new would be $1.50. And then you got to worry about shipping because I don't know of any place around here to buy them new. So just a good thing to find. And also in the surplus medical stuff, for $1 I got these 2x5 yard sterile bandages. And you know, these things when they're unopened, I don't care if they do have an expiration date, there's nothing wrong with them. So I'm a sucker for medical gear, and you know that. Both of the main surplus stores that I go to have free bins, and I got these two Marine Corps cami tops out of the free bin. Evidently Lance Corporal Dowd had come in and donated his entire wardrobe. I think maybe he got out on a big chicken dinner or something. But anyway, whoever you are, I appreciate it. And they're a large regular, fits me good. And this, you know, I could dye them. And maybe I'll dye one of them just to see how it tastes. I've never dyed Marine Corps uniforms. But most likely I'm just going to use this for when I crawl into the house or in the fall and winter when I need a long sleeve shirt. It's just a good shirt to wear. One thing I really do like about the Marine Corps uniform is the slanted pockets, and they haven't gone too crazy with all the Velcro. There's Velcro here, but these pockets, which are much more usable and more used, it is still buttons. They have gone to the inner buttons over here in the sleeve. And what I mean by inner buttons is instead of the buttons coming out, they go in, which is really, I don't know, for this old guy, it's kind of difficult to do, but it's doable. And so it's just a good thing to have these. I really appreciate that they have that free bin, and sometimes you can find some nice stuff there. And now the big thing that I got was right here, and this, I got it for $10. This is I think it's a Model 17 or M17. It is not a corpsman's bag, but a medical gear bag. And this is old school. However, I'm not positive that they've quit using these things. Even though it's old school, this may still be in circulation. But it belonged to an Army kid, Specialist Rose, and all the zippers work well. I will probably replace these ties with something a little more, I don't know, they're just a little kind of crumbly. But what they have is they have 6 zippered compartments, and these three wings nest inside of each other. And what they end up creating is this square that can then be carried by a carry handle. You can attach a sling, which it did not come with, or you can attach Alice pack type shoulder rigs. And I have some of those. This did not come with it, but I have some extras of these, so I could easily rig it up to turn it into a tiny square backpack. Don't know that I want to do that, but and I got these for $1 a piece at some time in the past, but I might give it a try and see. And needless to say, I'm going to do my own separate review of this thing. I'm going to fill it with something to give it, you know, I probably won't fill it with medical gear right off the bat, but I'm going to fill it to give it some shape and then just review it in depth. And I tell you, this is some old school stuff right here. I mean, you just don't see these things anymore, and that makes it heavy, but it's in perfect shape. I mean, outstanding condition, and I just couldn't pass it up. Well built, and that's just one more medical bag. Kind of the daddy or granddaddy to the those soft medical bags that I have now, that they're more long and more backpack shaped. But this is kind of the granddaddy to those, and I'm really excited to have one. All right, so that's my deals and finds this time around. Hey, thanks for watching.